In today's session, let's understand a formula. Everyone must be learning different formulas, but how to understand a formula and which formula can be used for which scenario, let's see in today's session. So let's take an example. We have a data like this, various names, subjects, and marks. And I know that SUMIF is the formula for my output. But how to know whether SUMIF is the correct formula or not? And once you know whether SUMIF is correct or not, how to understand this syntax and what field to select for which one. Let's see how to do that. So any formula starts with is equal to. If you don't know which formula to select, you can directly go to the formulas tab, insert function, and you can give a brief description like what you want to do. Then Excel will automatically suggest you a formula, or you can go all functions, all formulas, and it will show all the formulas available in the list. So here you can choose based on any particular category like financial formulas or date and time formulas, math and trigonometry, statistical, any specific category. If you have, you can go for the specific category. If you don't have any specific category, you can search all. Or so here, let's see uh, sum, all the formulas based on sum, it will show. You just need to select what is better for your particular requirement. So let's see. Now you know there are formulas like sum if s, sum if product, sum SQ. There are multiple. So you don't know what is sum if, what is sum if s, what is sum product. So let's see how to understand that. Click on sum product. It says returns the sum of products of corresponding ranges or arrays. Sum if s adds the cell specified by a given set of conditions or criteria. So this will help you. This is a simple English, so you can understand based on this uh, description. So let's select sum if s for the moment. So the moment you entered sum if s, a function argument is appearing. If not, you can go in normal way also, is equal to sum if s, and it will show the syntax. Any formula starts with is equal to, and the moment you type sum if, for starting a formula, you have to give the bracket. Brackets are very important in Excel. You have to close and open the bracket properly. Then only the formula will read correctly. So is equal to sum if, yes, open the bracket, and it will show the syntax. This is called the syntax of the formula. First one is sum range. Sum range means if you know what is sum range, you can directly give it. If you don't understand what is sum range, you can click on function arguments, sum range, it will explain it. What is sum range? Sum range is the actual cells to sum. What is the actual cells you want to add? So let's select. This is the actual cell which I want to add. Next, criteria range. Based on what criteria you want to add this particular sum. So I'm saying based on this particular criteria, which is the subject field, and let's say Telugu is my criteria. Okay, the moment I entered one syntax, I have to give a comma in the same way. Sum range, comma, criteria range. So I'm giving comma. The moment I enter the formula, the next one is getting highlighted. So next one is criteria range. If you notice this, till now it is all just separated by comma. But here, a special square bracket is getting populated. Whenever you see a square bracket in this syntax, it means that is an optional field. It's not mandatory to give these particular fields which are in square brackets. So if I close my formula here, it will give an output. But if I try to close my formula by just giving sum range and then criteria range, if I try to close this, it will show an error. You entered too few arguments because there are mandatory fields which you need to enter. It's like mandatory field and optional field in Excel. So criteria one is mandatory. That's why it is not in square bracket. So my criteria is Telugu. Whenever you are entering any text, you have to put it in double quotations. If it is a number, you can enter it normally. But if it's a text, you have to keep it in double quotations. And criteria range. So let's give second criteria, which is an optional field. I'm giving it. Criteria range, I'm selecting column A and I'm saying, for example, Ravi. So this is my criteria. So I'm giving a sum if s. So for Ravi, Telugu, there is only one Ravi and one Telugu, so it's giving 23. Let's see another formula is equal to X lookup. The moment I type, I'm getting the recommendations. What all formulas are available with XL. So for selecting this particular formula, I can just give tab, lookup value. What you want to look up? I want to look up for Ravi. Where you want to look up array, where you want to look. I want to look here, return array. What you want to get as an output. I want to get this as an output. If not found, if I don't found, what is the output you want? And this is in square bracket again, which means it's an optional field. Match mode, optional field. Search mode, optional field. So if you want to make this XLOOKUP more in detail, then you have to give these fields. If you don't want, you can just ignore these fields and just close the bracket. So this is how the syntax of the formula works. And next we'll see, for example, you have given some predetermined file which had a lot of formulas like this, and you don't know where to start with. Maybe you get confused or you want to understand this in detail. In that case, how to work on it? So here I'm saying the total output of this formula is 315. But if you want to know in bits and pieces, how you want, you can get to know. There are two options. First one is click on FX. And once this bracket, this pop-up open, you can select, for example, sum if. First formula I'm selecting. The output of the first formula is 91. These are the criteria. This is the Telugu is the criteria and this is the range. And the output of the second formula, I'm just keeping my cursor in that particular formula. And it's showing the output of that particular field. So output of the third formula, 94. Output of the fourth formula, 0. So each formula is separated by plus symbol. So I'm clicking on any formula. If you just click on that formula, it will show the output of that particular formula. There is one more option. You can click on evaluate formula, which is available under the formulas tab. Evaluate formula, and it will show the formula and you can evaluate it in detail. So let's click evaluate. The first option, which is sum if, formula change to number. So if I click on evaluate, this is the formula which is getting highlighted now, underlined. So it's giving the output of this particular formula, 130. If I click on evaluate again, now this is what it's getting evaluated, 91 plus 130. So which will give me 221. So now it's evaluating this particular formula. This particular field helps you in identifying any errors. If you have any error in any of the steps, you can easily get to know, because you will get to know each step, what is the output and how this is working, which formula is getting picked first and which one is picking later. So click on evaluate. It will show 221 plus 94, which will do the calculation now. And then it will go to the last step. Now it's showing the overall output. So you can click on restart and you can do, if you have multiple steps inside, you can go step in, step out. The options will pop up based on the formula you choose. So hope this helps. Thank you.